Good day, good afternoon, Minjani, Sawubona. My name is Kensani. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. What I'm about to talk about, it's not that I'm not an expert, I'm not a professional, but it's what I've observed through myself, through other people, and in social settings. And today I want us to talk about finding the little girl in you. You know, when children, today I want to concentrate on girls. When children are being raised by a single parent or being raised in a home where the father is an absent father, he might be there physically, but he's not there emotionally, spiritually, and financially. It is got a long-term implication on the children, but today we are talking more on the girls' side. And when girls see their mothers, single mother or mother who's married, but the husband is not there really emotionally or all sphere that he has to be, they see their mother struggling, they see their mother pushing for school fees, they see their mother putting food on the table, they see their mother making sure that they've got shelter, they see their mother making sure that they've got clothes on their back. And what tend to happen is that by default, those girls, they think the best thing to be a woman is to be hard and and lose all that softness, because all they saw from their mother is a struggle and fighting to get what they need for her children. And it's not her fault. It's not that she's doing it intentionally, but in that setup, unconsciously in the mind, I believe girls, they think that this is the way life it should be. I must fight for what I want. I must be pushing doors and all that. Yes, you must push doors, but I do believe there's a way to push doors. Yes, you must go for your dreams, but I do believe there's a way God made it for us to push our dreams. Today I'm coming to you and I'm saying, find that little girl that you've lost. That little girl that didn't have enough time to be part of you and to be part of your adulthood and all that. Because one thing I feel that God made women to be humble and to be able to be vulnerable. And he did it intentionally because he knows that we're emotional beings. And when a woman is humble and intentional, she doesn't use her emotions. She doesn't run by emotions. Yes, emotions are good and they're a gift from God. But when you are humble and it takes time for you to react, it takes time for you to make decisions which tomorrow you're gonna regret. It takes time for you to use your tongue to destroy or to hurt somebody else. You don't always look at yourself as a victim. And being vulnerable and humble, in fact, it's power. This thing, Bazalwane, it's balanced the way I see it. It's power. It's the way God gave us as a gift to protect us. And I say, find that little girl in you. You know, today I was reversing at a mall, and this a guard, parking guard, said, "Yes, sister, no, don't go that way. Go this way." Being me, because I've lost that little girl in me, and I'm thinking, Lord, I know where I'm going. What can you tell me? Only to find that as I drive, that there's a wall on the other side. I cannot proceed. I had to go back all the way to where he was showing me. And I have to say, "Eish, bhuti wami, ndiyaxolisa." The world tells us that as women, we need to be hard. Have you ever observed the branch which is wet and the branch which is dry? Which one is stronger and the one which is weaker? The one which is weaker is the one which is hard and dry. But the one that is damp and a little bit soft, it is stronger. It even takes time to break it. For you to break it, it takes more power than when you are breaking the dry one. What does that say to us as women? It tells us that we must allow ourselves to be flexible in our emotions. We must not be so hard in our emotions, and we are always ready to shoot like a rifle. You know, I grew up being a tomboy. Where boys are, you'll find me. That's where you'll find me. And I've been told so many times by my guy friends, hey, Kensani man, when I don't know how to be a girl. You know, I thought, Haibo, what is it to be a girl? I'm a girl. What do you mean? But it's only later as I grow older and I realize what they meant. You know, in a situation, you know, I look at I look at Delilah. I hope I'm pronouncing it right from the Bible. You know that woman? I'm sure there were so many women who tried to get the secrets of Samson, but he couldn't tell them. But it took one woman. The way the Bible explain it, he was seated by her thighs, and she spoke to him, and he told her the secret where he gets his power. It was in the hair. But I'm sure there were other women who asked him, and it could have been his wife or whoever, but they couldn't get the secret. He couldn't get him to open up because he was dealing with a male energy like himself. And it took one woman who didn't go there with, yes, you're gonna tell me or whatever. No, she went there, you know, with a softness. You know, women, we need to be soft. We have lost that softness about us. You look at Esther. Hey, I'm confusing these names. Esther. She was strategic. She was purposeful. She was technical. She knew her role that she had to play. She didn't go there and say, hey, I'm the queen's wife. I'm telling you this man, whatever, he wants to kill the Israelites. No. She had timing. She knew how to approach her husband. She knew the kind of man that he was and when to talk to him. It doesn't show anywhere where she was forceful or anything. And we have a woman who also saved her husband being killed by David. She went and begged for David to spare her husband his life by his foolishness. She was not that woman said, yeah, tell them. Yeah, show this key. No. She knew her husband's weaknesses and strength. And she could see David that he was a man above her husband. And she loved her husband and her family to save them by being humble. And I'm sure she didn't go there with that to David. The Bible says she bowed down to David. I'm not saying bow down. That's not what I'm saying at all. You know, there was a big hoo-ha when Miss South Africa Shudu went to Venda, and then she was going down Urosha. In Chivenda we say Urosha. And other people were saying, no, that is oppression. That is what? Oppression for who? We find joy in that. You know, there is no way a woman who will do that to a husband, or when the function is happening like that, that he will be up there. He's got a temper, or he talks anyhow. I'm not saying go and bow to your partners. That's not what I'm saying. But I am just saying that there are platforms and tools that God gave us as women so that it makes our life much easier. But the world has convinced us that as women, we need to be hard. We need to be hardcore. We need to, to show that, a setup in a home. Kids can be asking something from the father. The father said, no, I don't have money. Or not necessarily money, but something else. And the mother says, no. She won't argue in the front of the kids. No, don't worry. I'll talk to you. Don't worry. She knows her husband. She knows which buttons to press. And you'll hear in the morning, the father will be like, hey, by the way, how much did you say you want? By the way, that thing that you wanted, come, let's talk. Because she didn't go there and fight with him. No. She used her softness, as a girl. She brought up that girly girl in her to speak to her husband. And today I want to tell you as women, as my sisters, that being vulnerable and being humble as women is not a weakness. It's to protect us, and it's power for us. So I ask you, bring back that girl in you. Not even bring her back, pull her out where she is, so that you can take advantage of being a girly girl. When you are in that mode of being, you are in your womanhood, you're less stressful. You don't stress about little things. You look at them, and also you don't use your tongue to destroy. Because how will you use your tongue to destroy when you are chilled? Say yes. Men and women are equal. I do believe men and women are equal, but they're different. We are totally different. There's a purpose for us. Have you ever asked yourself why God made you, chose you to dwell on this earth as a woman? There's a reason. Besides being a mother, being a wife, there's a reason. Ask yourself the role that you are playing in your family, in your marriage, in your relationship, in the community, at the workplace, at church, everywhere. You have a role that you have to play. But now when you want to fit in where there are black goats and you look like goats, you won't stand out, because you look like everyone, you sound like everyone, you look like a boy, you sound like a boy. So I ask you today, bring back that little girl in you, and you find that you'll be less stressful, less depressed. You'll get more things done. Even men understand the power in women. If you look at the history, women were used a lot to penetrate in the kingdoms, in the government, wherever. They will be spies, they will be doing whatever, because they have that advantage about them that men don't have. I'm not saying women are better than men. There is no competition. And the world put us against each other like there's a competition between the men and the women. There's none. Today I want to tell you, you don't have to compete. When I know your specification, how you were made, what makes you to be a woman, what makes you so special, those spices, there's different kind of spices that we know that when we put them there, it makes the food to be tasty. And that is part of being a woman, being humble, being vulnerable, man, being girly. Hey, most of us are on medication. Most of us are stressful. We don't have sleepless nights. I tell you, my sister, find that little girl in you. Thank you for watching this episode. Hoping to have more of this. Thank you.